Namaste, welcome. I'm so happy to meet you today and to spend this time together because I have something very uplifting and relevant to share with you. No matter how many strategies we employ in this human life, suffering will never leave us alone. No matter how smart we have become in dealing with adversities, keeping our calm, there is always that moment where it still gets to us. But I tell you, all suffering comes from a great, great love. Our own true self that is calling us home. It is meant to rock our boat, wake us up, so that we transcend and dismantle all these confinements that we imagine for ourselves when we identify as a person. Last week, I made this video for you, and there was a lot of love in it. And I could not wait for you to receive this love. But I ran into some technical problems. Some could hear it and some couldn't, so I had to take it down. And there was a lot of sadness. But all suffering, even the highest one, like when we feel the suffering of this world, still belongs to the person. This limited perspective, where we see ourselves as mortal and separate, at the mercy of this interplay of good and bad, and we can never be quite sure of how it is going to end. But our true self never, never suffers. It cannot. It is beyond all these things, eternal, boundless, free. And everything appears inside of it. All the storylines that come and go. And they all happen for one reason, so that we wake up to the truth of who we really are. All of our life is our story of awakening. And everything that happens invites us to do this. Especially the suffering and the pain, to transcend the person and ego. We think it is so valuable because we are conditioned to believe that it is all that we are. But we also find that no matter what we fill it up with, achievements, relationships, there will always be a longing that remains. The longing for our true self. We have the choice to play along with a storyline, find a solution for each suffering scenario, or to cut it at the root. No one forces us to do this, because for a while it can be enjoyable to play this person with all the experiences, the challenges. But when we mature, it is time to transcend. and to accept the fullness of who we really are. This is why often when we become more serious about our awakening, we begin to suffer more. Because our calling has become more urgent. This intention that we set when we came into this life to awaken fully and leave nothing behind. The mind cannot fathom this because it has never experienced the true self. In fact, it can never experience the true self. So we need not try and make sense of it in this way. It is true beyond that. All that what the mind conjures up about what we need in order to be happy, in reality means more bondage to this illusion that we need something in order to be what we already are. Consciousness is already complete. And it needs nothing to happen to be this. Only for us to see it. Can we try this now? I invite you to find a place of stillness in the body and mind. But whatever state they are in, it is fine. Empty yourself out of all the things that you are not, that weigh you down and cloud your perception. This idea of suffering and that things should be a different way. What happens when we stop this resistance and just for a moment relax into what is? Perhaps our body begins to soften and our awareness to widen from this limited space of the body to a sense of being that is more like space. Everything appears inside of it. The thoughts, the emotions, all the scenarios of life. But it itself needs not to be concerned. It simply is. This sense of being is always here. We cannot deny it, no matter whatever else happens in life. And its ground is peace and love. It does not need or want anything to be what it is. And nothing can change or affect it. We cannot find a beginning or end to this being. It is always here. Sometimes we may sense a great joy, but really it is beyond that. There's a great benevolence, although it is also beyond that. But it is important to say this so that we remember when we experience suffering it also comes from here. This great love to remind us that this is really what it is. This is really what you are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Share it with anyone else you think can benefit. And if you like, subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected. All my love to you.